Hello, friends. Welcome back again to this wonderful opportunity for us to discuss something very important. I know that you've been likely facing one challenge or the other. Just to encourage you that to keep pushing and to keep pushing, that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Don't give up. There are so many that are cheering you, and I'm one of them, and I don't want you to give up because so many people are attached to your rising. What I'm saying is that when you rise, you're going to help many people. So don't look just within your challenge. See the impact that your rising will result. See that your growth and your achievement will bring about the achievement of others. And that's one thing I want you to understand. Today I want to discuss something very important that is key, as I said earlier on, is actually to challenge a very narrow view of something we have heard it over and over in the media. And for me as an educator, I'm always keen about how we interpret things, and the reason at the end of the video you see the reasons why I want to more or less balance this idea. There's an idea actually that has been promoted most times, is that when you do something that that generates income for you, for example, let's say a business, or you are an entrepreneur, you just do something, create a company that generates a profit. Most times people begins to drum that into your ears. You need to give back to the society. You need to give back to the society. So, and the interpretation most times is that giving back to the society means to just distribute things free, meaning that the profit you have made, the gain you have gotten over the years, that you should be able to distribute that free, what generally is called philanthropy. Well, first and foremost, let me make something very clear here. Now, that's a narrow view of actually giving. That's a very narrow view of giving, and it has a very dire consequence. I mean, there are a lot of consequences toward that, and one of the things that's why we normally have this kind of hatred towards rich people, hatred towards successful people, because we feel that we are entitled of their wealth. Yes, because they have acquired these things and gained these things in the society, they're supposed to give us something. You see people actually abusing the rich, abusing the successful, because they are not able to give quote unquote what they think that is giving back to the society, because in their minds that until someone gives things freely, like goods, gifts, money, that means you have not given back to the society. And now, first and foremost, let me lay a very fundamental foundation, and to be clear that I am not against generosity. I encourage it, I practice it. So I encourage you to give as much as possible. That's what I live. That's how I live. I believe that our life supposed to be also marked by our giving as well, because it is key. We need to take care of the poor. We need to lift up the weak, as I have mentioned earlier on, that at the beginning of the video, that don't give up, because your rising actually will also help other people to rise. So you understand my ideology, that my ideology is about helping others. I'm people conscious. I love to see people rise. I love to see people grow. So I'm up for anything that will lift some people, that will contribute to the development of others. So that's the foundation I want you to understand, that I'm not against philanthropy. I'm not against generosity. I'm not against this practice. I'm not against philanthropy. I'm for it. But what I'm against is the narrow view, the narrow interpretation of what it means to give back to the society. Now, an important part that I want you to understand, especially here, is that Why is this definition or interpretation very wrong? And why is wrong? Because it narrows the idea of contribution to the society or giving back to the society as just something that the rich should do. So many people that are poor think that they are only entitled to rich people's goods, to rich people's money, but they themselves are not thinking of actually doing something to contribute to other people's life. So more or less, the idea of contribution, donation to the development of society is only hinged upon the rich. No. And of course, unfortunately, that's how the society is groomed. And most of us, as we grow, we're not thinking of helping many people. Many people just grow. We're not. They're not thinking of doing something that will help another person because they are only thinking of getting. They're only thinking of getting. They're only thinking of getting. That's not how to live life. Now, giving back to the society. Giving back to the society should not be reduced to money. And that's what actually this video is about. That I don't want you as a young person, I don't want you as a person to think about that the only way you can contribute to the society is only by giving money or material gifts. No. So what am I trying to promote? I'm trying to promote that all labor and services that uplift humanity actually means good to the society. And my emphasis here is that you should do things, you should be involved in endeavors, in labors and services and producing things that uplift humanity. Once you are doing this, you are actually giving to the society. You are actually giving to the society. So I don't want you to be under pressure that because you have not given money, so that means you're not contributing to society and you're not contributing to somebody's life. No, not at all. I want you to see that as long as you are doing something that is good, that uplifts humanity, your labor, your service, that helps someone, that provides solutions, that means you are giving to the society. So giving back, as I am emphasizing now, should be encompassing, should involve every member of the society, not just the rich. It should be, it's accessible to everyone. When you define it as every labor, whether you've given money, whether you've given services, whether you've given whatever you are able to give that uplift humanity, that build others, that means you are giving back to the society. So you understand what I'm trying to point out, that the issue or the idea of giving back to society is not just what the rich should do. No, the building of the society should be something that everybody is involved. The rich, the poor, those at the top, those at the bottom. You have something to contribute. And I don't want you to think that the responsibility of building the society is just only shoulders upon some certain few people, and you are exempted. You are only a consumer. You are only a beneficiary. You're only a recipient. No, you have something to give. All of us in life, both the rich, the poor, definitely should contribute to the society. Of course, the responsibility to lead definitely is upon some certain people. That's why we have different structure in the society. We have leaders, we have this. They need to show example. But I don't want you to exempt yourself just because you are not a leader, or just because you are not rich, or just because you don't have so much money. No. As long as you are alive, you have something to give to someone. You have something to contribute to someone. I don't want you to have a consumer mentality. I want you to have a producer mentality. I want you to have a mentality that produces, a mentality that is thinking towards someone. That is the mentality that built nations. And giving back to society, therefore, means that everybody is involved. If you're a teacher, you are involved. If you're a worker, a factory worker, you are involved. If you're an entrepreneur, you are involved. If you're an artist, you are involved. If you're a professional, you are involved. You are involved in all, whatever you are doing that uplifts humanity. I am telling you, you're contributing to the development of society. That means you are giving. Don't restrict. Don't narrow your idea of giving just to material things alone. No. So that is an important point I want you to note. These actually, all of us, both the rich, the poor, those at the middle, should see their efforts as valuable contribution. You should see your effort that you're putting. You're putting a teacher teaching sincerely, encouraging students. You are building the society. A factory worker who ensures that the goods that you are producing are of quality. You are giving to the society. At whatever position you are giving to the society. That is how I want everybody to think. As an educator, I'm concerned about the idea we share. And so that's an important thing I want you to get. So don't narrow the issue of giving to the society to just charity. That's the point. No, it's not just charity. Contribution to society is a dignity. It's dignity. And that's why I want to. So when you build buildings, when you construct buildings well, if you're an architect or if you're a builder, you are focused and you build correct. You're not corrupt. What you are doing, that you are building the society. When you create jobs, you build a small business and you employ 1 or 2 people, you are building the society. You don't necessarily need to give them money, but then you've given them a share. You've opened opportunity for them to be involved in good endeavors. You are building the society. If you solve 1 or 2 problems, you are building the society. You are serving with excellence. You are serving with excellence so that the system we have is working. So that when people, if you're working in the bank and you enable transactions to move smoothly, you are building the society. You are enabling things to work. These are valuable donations. And that is one thing I want you to understand. I want to end with a quote I stumbled upon many years ago that transformed my life, by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He said, "No work is insignificant. No work is insignificant. All labor that uplifts humanity has dignity and importance and should be undertaken with painstaking excellence." Oh, such a powerful quote. And that's what I want to leave with you. Know that whatever you are doing, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, he said, whatever you are doing is significant. All labor is significant. There is no labor that is insignificant. I don't want you to look down on yourself. I want you to see yourself as a contributor. I want you to see yourself as a nation builder. That the work you are doing that uplifts humanity has dignity and should be undertaken with painstaking excellence.